Hi guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to work on developing your own study method. Developing our own study method is fundamental for whatever we are doing really, but especially for when we practice and play drums. Sometimes we want to improve ourselves and we don't really know where to go, where we should start from, and what steps should we follow. But other than that, we also don't know how to work on every single subject that we want to work on. So today we will understand a little bit how our brain works, in order that when then we play drums and we have to face certain steps and certain things, we know how to work on them, because we know how we have to work on ourselves, on our arms, our legs, our fingers, wrists, ankles, but mostly important on our brain. So talking about our brain, I think it's clear for everybody that we only have one brain, but that when we play drums we have to control at least 4 things at times. That means that our right, left hand and right and left foot are doing most of the times different things at the same time. So we will have to educate our brain in order to have muscular memories, so that we don't have to think of 4 things at the same time, but we can focus on at least having 2 things that are going automatically, and then other 2 that are that we can think of that are working. Like for example, we keep the hi-hat with the left foot and the right hand on the right, and we create phrasing with our right leg and left hand. Okay, so 2 things are going automatically, and other 2 are we're working on it with our brain. So this is just an example. How do we do that? How does our brain work? Basically, our brain works based on the experience that every human being has. So when we are children, we're very young, we have no experience. We're playing with a volleyball with our dad or our friend, and the ball comes towards us, hits us in the face. We feel pain, we cry, and our brain memorizes that. Our brain memorizes that whenever something is coming towards us that will hit us, that will hurt, and it's a bad experience. So the next time that that will happen, your brain will instinctively have your hands in front of your face, or the part that it's gonna be hit, so that it prevents the bad experience that it had last time. So in this way we will protect ourselves and we won't get hurt, and the brain will understand that it found a solution. So every time that something will come towards us, the brain will put our hands in front of it so that it protects us. And we don't have to practice that, or we don't have to remember that or think about that whenever this situation happens. It just instinctively happens, because our brain will create some contacts between the brain cells that will send the inputs to the hands that will say, hey, something is coming towards us, let's protect ourselves. Okay, so it creates muscular memories based on that situation that you lived. Same things happens when we play the drums. Okay, so first time we sit on the drums, we have to deal with the pedal. The easier thing for our brain to do is to use the leg motion, because it's a bigger muscle, so it's usually has a stronger connection with our brain rather than a smaller muscle, like for example the one of the ankle. And so that becomes the habit. Every time it will sit on the drums, your brain will automatically use that part of your leg to do this motion, because that's the contact that it created in our brain. So applying this to improving ourselves, improving every single part of our body, means that we really have to be concentrated on one thing at a time. to create all these contacts for every single part of our body. I know it sounds like a very long process. It really is hard at the beginning, because we will do a bunch of things that in a way that we never did, but that's also the thing that will make us understand that we're improving something, that our brain has no connection on all these new things that we're doing and is building connection, and that means that we are improving ourselves.